Good morning. This is Renee, your San Francisco Bay gardener, coming to you again with an update on the square foot garden. This right here is not the square foot garden. This is the herb garden. I just wanted to let you see the results of that marjoram that I planted last week. Here it is, and it seems to be doing okay. So 99-cent store marjoram. Oh, and this is what the garden looks like after a little bit of cleanup. I cut back the spearmint, the oregano, and that's another spearmint plant. This is the lavender. It's supposed to be cut back in late August, so I have to hold off on that, but you're supposed to cut it down to 2/3 of its height so that it can bloom again for next year, I guess. So everything is looking pretty good. It does need another watering today, and I'll do that later. And you guys, I have a gardening cheat here. My petunias sort of died on me in these spruce. These are dwarf spruce trees. I don't feel like going and buying any more petunias. So I just put a Dollar Tree fake plant off in there. If I could find some that were this season and match the color, I would do that, but now you go to Dollar Tree and everything is for fall. So right now, this is what I had. I already had this in the house. So yeah, so if you have a bald spot in your plants, I did it for this one too. If you have a bald spot in your plants, you don't feel like planting anything else, and the annuals, you know, they're getting ready to go out pretty soon. So unless they're dirt cheap, I'm not going to buy anymore. So this is a nice cheat for you, Dollar Tree or even Amazon. Amazon has some really nice ones that look really good. They look real. So this is something you could do. You guys, I had to cut back my pincushion plants, the pink ones, but the brown-eyed Susans are taking off. They're about 8 feet. So when one dies, something else comes up in its place. And this is what I'm calling my impromptu garden. I just wanted to put something up. It's got the petunias and yarrow. Let me see, borage is in the back. Let me see. Okay, and begonias and zinnias. They're taking off. Then this other little garden I planted, it's coming along. It's got the snapdragons, more petunias, and zincas. And this greenery is their flowering plants that they haven't taken off yet. This one right here is a pink blush something. I can't really remember the name of it. But the flower, see that pink flower right there? That's going to cover the whole bush. So it's going to be beautiful when it comes out, hopefully. So we were supposed to have a wedding here in the yard, but I just couldn't get this whole yard done. Look at that. That's another potential garden that I was supposed to plant. Couldn't do it. And all this here, that wasn't going to get done, not by me. So we found another venue. So now I can take my time and just get to these a little bit at a time. And you guys remember the pepper plant that was in the square foot garden? I moved it because it was suffering. It's still suffering, but it's blooming. So it looks like I'm gonna get some jalapeno peppers this year after all. So that's my biggest lesson this year. If your plant doesn't like one place, you can pick them up and move them somewhere else. So just experiment. And I never knew that before. And here's my grandbaby's corn that's coming up. And the okra, I don't know, it seems to be coming along, but I don't know, it flowers. And I see a little bit of let me see, can't get it. See a little bit of an okra coming out, but then it burns up like that one. I don't know whether it's too much water, not enough water. I don't know. If anybody has any advice on growing okra, please let me know. Okay, we're finally at the square foot garden. Here is the grapevine. It's growing up well. Grapes are still hard as a rock, but they're still there. The sun gold tomatoes are looking good. I just harvested quite a few yesterday. So we still have some growing and still have buds coming out. So my neighbor said that usually we have tomatoes all the way through November. So hopefully I'll start making tomato sauce. And these are the early girl tomatoes. They're blooming, not blooming, they're turning red, they're ripening. I'm gonna have to get those, harvest those today. And you know, last week I think I said that the green tomatoes that I accidentally broke off of this plant, that they never did turn green. I gave them to my son and it took them 3 weeks, but they did turn red, so don't give up on them. And he said that it took he had them in a bag with one banana. Then that banana got ripe and he put another banana in there. And eventually they all turned red, so it does work. As you can see, I had to go to war with my little dog. He would not leave my strawberries alone, so I put another little fortress up there. Hopefully he'll I can get some more strawberries. That's tulle around the sides. And let me see, I harvested a couple of strawberries yesterday. I see some growing, so he can't get to those. Yeah, like my son said, the strawberries, all the berries are for the baby, not for the dog. Let me see. This is that little collard plant that I brought in over here from the cage garden, and I sprayed it with neem oil, but something is eating it up, just like it's eating up the other brassica kind of plants, green leaf plants. So I know it's that moth, cabbage moth. And there's the other one. But I'm going to leave it there. Let's see if it'll grow, because it wasn't doing that much on the other side either. Okay, this is a continuation of the, let me see, Early Girl. This is the Cherokee Purple, and I actually got some to ripen, but unfortunately I harvested the plant. I harvested the tomato before you guys could see it. This one is, these two are getting closer, but yeah, Cherokee Purple are getting big and they're getting ripe too. This one is about as big as my hand, a palm of my hand. So let me see. I think that's about it. The basil is getting much better since they've been allowed to get some sun. And excuse my dog, he wants to go in. And also, here are the grapes. Someone was asking about what I do to keep the birds off. My berries, and one of the things I do is to give them some water. This is their water fountain. I got this thing from Amazon. They really don't care too much for the sides of this fountain, but they will stop and hang off of these little straw things that are attached to the fountain. So if you give them some water, they tend to leave you some berries. So this is my blackberry bush, and we still have a few berries. I harvested a bunch of them. The birds eat theirs and I get what I want. So we're just doing okay. And this is a wild plant. It grows on its own. I need to, I don't know. I was going to say I need to water it, but I think if I watered this plant, it would die on me, or something strange would happen to them, because they've never been watered. It just grows on its own. So anyway, you guys have a good day, and sorry, I'm going too fast. Enjoy your garden, and God bless.